What's up, YouTube? Today I'm back with another video, and this time we're gonna be attacking the machine seal on HackTheBox. The IP address is 10.10.10.250. So first I'm gonna do the Nmap Scan. I already rooted this machine, so I'm just showing y'all how to do it. So I'm just gonna cat the Nmap Scan.txt so we can learn a little more about it. So the first port open we have is SSH, which is like pretty much every machine. This machine's a little different because it does have a web server, but it's not open on port 80. It has a server open on port 8080 and actually an HTTPS server open on port 443. And you're gonna see the name is seal.htb. I already added that to my host file, so first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open Firefox. I mean, I normally use Vivaldi, but I like Firefox better because it allows me to open HTTPS sites even with a janked up certificate. So if I were to go on 10.10.250.88.443, hold on, I'll change that to HTTPS. It won't even let me go. Like if I click advanced, Vivaldi won't let me go past. So I like to use Firefox for like pen testing and HackTheBox shit. So, but first things first, I'm gonna go to the HTTP port. Now here we got a Git bucket. If you have a Git bucket server, sign in. I'm gonna just go ahead and create an account. Call it Masamune. Password Masamune. Test at test. It doesn't matter what you enter here. I just need to get the account. Alright, so I'm gonna enter my credentials here. Hold on. So now I have an account here. I logged in. Now this is I have access to content that I shouldn't have access to. So I could see all the pushes, all the commits. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read through all these commits. One thing I see is an issue. So I'm gonna look at this issue. It says, can't we just have Tomcat running mutual authentication? It says possible, but to balance the server load, we suggested to have Nginx. So this server on 8080 is at, it tells us it's actually running Nginx with Git bucket. So I'm gonna just look through the files a little bit. Seal market, Tomcat. There's a few files here. Tomcat users. There's nothing here. This part's commented out. So go back to the home. So I'm gonna read through the commits. First commit. Not really anything interesting here, so I'm gonna go back. Second commit. See SSL certificate. Nothing interesting here. Third commit. Three things. Tomcat admin manager. So this appears to be the source code for the HTTPS site that they're running, which we're gonna check out soon enough. So actually, on the fourth commit, we found the username Tomcat and the password. So there's Tomcat credentials for the management interface. So now that we've got what we want, I'm gonna navigate over to port 443. So HTTPS seal.http. We have another website right here. I tried SQL map on it. Nothing worked. So knowing this is Tomcat, I can go to the /manager/HTML page, but it's 403 forbidden. So let me see if I saved the Go Buster for this. Yep. So I'm gonna cat. So the manager page is here, but it's 403 because we can't access it. So there's actually another page under manager called status. And this actually has a login page. So the Tomcat credential that you got earlier, you're gonna use to log in here. So let me go back to the Git bucket. I hate this. I hate that I have to put in the protocol identifier. That shit's so annoying. Our start page just puts in, I think it was the 4th commit right here. So I'm gonna using Tomcat, easy to remember. I'm just copy the password. Tomcat. And now we're in the server status page. Manager, I mean, not much you could do here. However, there's actually a path traversal vulnerability. So now that we have access to this manager/status page, we can exploit this path traversal vulnerability to get from status to manager back to manager/HTML. So for this version of Tomcat is vulnerable. To do this exploit, you're gonna end off in a slash, go up one directory, end it in a semicolon, end it with a slash. And now we've broken out of status into manager. So I'm gonna end out with HTML. And here, I don't get a 403, I'm actually in. And I can upload a WAR file. There's actually conveniently, you can generate a WAR reverse shell with Metasploit. So I've already gone ahead and done that. If you want the one-liner I'll just show that real quick. Shoot. That should be Tomcat WAR upload shell. I saved some of my scripts just in case I need to use them again. So this is Tomcat WAR payload.sh. It's simply a MSF Venom command. But instead of typing out this whole thing, I could just type in Tomcat WAR payload sh. I provide my IP and the port as an argument. So that makes it a little easier for me. But I already generated the rce.war payload. So I'm gonna go back to my seal directly. And there's a rce.war right here. So I'm gonna open up a listener, a netcat listener, port 444. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload this .war file. This WAR file, I'm gonna upload it. rce.war. Click deploy. Actually, yeah, I messed that up. Before you click deploy, like you notice when I click deploy, like I got a 403 forbidden. Before you click deploy, open up burp real quick. Because you're gonna need to edit the request to make sure that it goes through. you're actually gonna, I think, use that same path traversal in the burp request. So let me turn on the proxy. Burp. Intercept is on. Alright, so I'm gonna click deploy. Resend. Continue. Alright, now I'm gonna go and burp real quick. Oh shoot, I accidentally clicked forward again. Oh my god. It's the thing with fucking Firefox. It sends out so many requests just for one request. Good god. Alright, so I'm gonna deploy it. Alright, so here it simply sends a post request to managers.html, but we know that's 403. So I'm actually gonna go manager. Put that status. So manager status, and then go back up to manager, and then go back to HTML. And if I forward the request like this, you'll see I got my rce.war file in here. Alright, so that's just a little something, a little path traversal. Alright, so gonna click this file, request it, forward it, and I should have a shell here. Yeah. First command I always do to check if I have a shell, because I'm on Mac, and for Mac it doesn't show you the connected to message with netcat, so I always do a little ls pwd just to make sure. So I know people normally use like Python pty.spawn. I mean, there's what I use to get a shell. Bash script q dev. No, you get a shell like this. So I'm the Tomcat user. So now ls conf lib policy web apps work. Not much here. However, one thing I like to do whenever I get a foothold on a Linux box is upload linpiece. So I'm gonna set up a Python web server. If config temp 10.14.78. So I'm gonna curl 10.10.14.78 slash linpiece sh. Put that into bash. Sometimes you can't always curl. I mean, whenever I can, I use that to run linpiece and kind of look at the system, see what I can and can't do. Another thing you want to do is, you're gonna want to use pspot. The reason why I copy linpiece into this directory is because I want to set up the web server in this directory. So I'll copy linpiece there and just curl that instead of just setting up a web server. And I don't know, just something I do. I normally set up the web server in the directory for the machine. So I'll often copy linpiece to like multiple directories. Maybe it's inefficient, I don't really care. So I'm gonna just let linpiece do its thing and I'll get right back. Alright, so we happen to have an SSH key from linpiece for the user Lewis. For some reason it's in temp dashboard instead of Lewis's home directory, but that shit don't matter. We copying this, highlight it, copy it. However, you could netcat it, store it in a file, netcat it to your machine. I normally just copy it, open up VS Code, save it in the file, but I already got his SSH key, so it's whatever. So now that I got the SSH, yo, Limpies is fucking goated. So now that I got the SSH key, I'm gonna go back here. Hold up, close this out. Close the web server. So I'm gonna go back here and log in with SSH. Cat Lewis. This is SSH key right here. Alright, so SSH Lewis as seal.http. Oh yeah, one thing you gotta remember, whenever you get, like, if you're new to this shit, whenever you get any SSH keys, make sure you chmod it to 0600. Yo, was another machine I was doing earlier. Always chmod it to 0600. So for this, it'd be Lewis ID RSA, because you'll see, like, you'll get an error. It won't let you use the key for SSH and shit. That's because, like, the permissions are wrong. It has to have the right file permissions. So now, seal hcv-i. Fuck. Yeah. Sheesh. Alright, so that's user.txt right there. Alright, so let me try sudo-l. Oh shit, Ansible Playbook. That's the first thing I always do when I get a user. Like, from full to user, I always use limpies. From user to root, I use sudo-l and then limpies, because, like, whenever you have a sudo thing, there's always that one binary that you can use. So you can run the binaries user bin Ansible Playbook star. So let's see what that does. Alright, so this is a really big file. So last resort. Alright, so main display last resort. os.path.base name. Let's display. Alright, so what are you actually doing? It makes an Ansible directory. Args equals whatever. Alright, so I don't really understand this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search. I know that Ansible is a thing, so I'm gonna search up Ansible Playbook. Oh, I got the burp part. Hold on. At this point, y'all can turn off burp. Whenever you get a user, you can quit burp. Hold on. Usually, whenever you get a user, you can quit burp. Turn it off. So let me see. Working with playbooks. Alright, see. Playbook example. Alright, so what you're gonna see is, oh fuck. So Playbook takes a YML file called site.yml. Site-wide deployment playbook could be used to initial. So host all roles common. Alright. Roles, group variables. Nothing interesting here. So it can have a MySQL DB, a name. It could have MySQL credentials. So if it takes a YML file, so we know that much. Oh, shell. so it can run shell commands. So now that we know that, we're gonna have to configure a YML file to run a shell command. Hopefully bash or something. So let's see. What directory was it in? So I'm not sure what YML file it takes, but I think it takes any YML file. Oh, it's actually an Etsy Ansible directory. So ls Etsy Ansible. Cat ansible.config. ls cd host. Cat host. So there isn't really a YML file, so we're just gonna make our own. So vim my.yml or pwn.yml. It's a more fitting name. So what's the format? Shoot. So it generally starts with -host tasks. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna replace that with localhost. And we're gonna have a tasks. I'm pretty sure each task has a name. This task. Wait, hold on. How do you declare a task? Oh no, you don't call it anything. Tasks. And then this task has a name. I'm gonna call that. Alright, it's a shell. chmod 777 bin bash. Wait, no, it's hard. chmod plus s bin bash. So what chmod plus s does is it turns whatever file or whatever into set UID binary, which means if you run bash, you get the permissions of the owner, which is root. So if I chmod plus s bash and I run this whatever, I can run bash as like any user and get root permissions. So and the Ansible playbook is what's gonna execute this. So root will be running chmod plus s bin bash because the Ansible playbook script runs under sudo. So I'm gonna call this name pwn wq, write it ls. Oh shit, someone else already. What? Let's look at these. Someone else has been here. Yeah, they use something similar. They just called it command. Oh shit, is it actually called command? Damn, I forgot. Hold up. Cat Rudy.yml. Alright, so apparently someone else. I didn't even peep, but someone else is here with me right now, so they probably already done this privilege. I'm going to my pwn.yml. I'm gonna replace shell with. I'm pretty sure it said shell on the website. Working with command line tools. Oh fuck. Is it really? Cause shell does this. Let me try it with shell. Sudo Ansible playbook. Pwn.yml bash-p. Alright, so it worked. So it could be shell or you could use command. So I'm gonna run id. You see my UID is still Lewis, group ID is still Lewis, but my effective UID, my EUID, E stands for effective, is root. So I'm root, so I'm a cd root ls, and there I got the root.txt. So this was a medium box. It wasn't that hard. I'd say this one kind of borders on easy, because I've done some easy boxes that were almost as hard as this one. For the most part, you just had to. That little Tomcat thing did kind of trip me up for a minute. But I mean, it gave you the Tomcat password in the Git bucket. You don't have to like dig for it. You just look through the commits. With the Tomcat RCE, you just go to the HTTPS site and you access manager.html. And you do, it's a standard file upload vulnerability. You upload a reverse shell war file, and from there you just listen on a netcat listener and you get a foothold. So the foothold was definitely like super creative and kind of cool. Like, it's not something standard. So I guess that's what will make it a medium box, because you actually had to like do a little, what I would call custom exploitation of your own. It's not just run script after script. So honestly, this box is educational. The privilege escalation wasn't nothing complicated, but it was definitely fun. So if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that shit. Like, if there's anything you want to know or ask, just let me know. Comment, and I'll answer comments. So that's a fact. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see y'all later.